all you ground troops spinning around smartly. I've got the show up out of Gulf Breeze, Florida with Theresa J. Morris Ministries, which has a business permit. Yay, we're official. Now we've got to decide how to further our cause for TJ Morris ET Radio to keep it on board. So, as usual, we started on a Sunday a long time ago in 2012. And we're still doing our best to stay afloat, so thank you, everybody, for tuning in and keeping us where we feel like at least we should show up and have a radio show. And things are changing. We have some days we're going to keep going. I've got 2 hours, 7 days a week we can do here. And Sundays we started the Stargate to the Cosmos, which I still feel very endeared to the words. And we have a history all the way back to the beginning of time with that, and it relapsed into us going and doing other shows, other places. But on Sundays, I'm really trying to build an internet church, and since 2012, we had several people that like to come on the show, and we helped each other, and we became the Ascension Center Church Internet Online and the Universal Life Ministries because we used Ascension Center websites. And I gave those to Janet Carroll Lesson, so she has those websites. So she's doing another place and time and space and doing another thing now, so we are separating. And it's really hard for me because everything I've done now I've got to put under different names and permits. And that's okay. It's just a little more expensive, but I'm getting it done. But we decided there's all kind of words we can talk about, and I was mentioning some things to Tommy before we came on about some of the things that are written, and why do we even listen to words anyway? They're only words. Give credit to words and how we communicate. But my company is American Communications Online, and various people have different radio shows about different things, and we were leaning towards, during the week, more towards paranormal, supernatural, UFOs, and extraterrestrials, and that's sort of running its course. But I will be appearing at a meet and greet, and I hope all of you guys, if you want to get involved with people, that you're not going to individual churches in human form at certain places. In the old days, a lot of my friends go to Unity Church, and that's what I went to when I was in Hawaii. It's non-denominational. I strongly encourage that one. But to others, non-denominational are people that meet in greet and meet-up groups, and they have that now online. And so Tommy's been really good about keeping Sundays down regardless of other people that no longer are with us, but we still have a good following. And he likes to look up words and share his experiences, and he's pulled up aliens, angels, spirit guides, interdimensionals, which is great because I've been asking him to do interdimensionals, but my daughter's in the living room watching a show right now about angels, so that'll be pretty good. And I'm just going to, we have so many stories out there, and Tommy has written a good passage here, or a couple of paragraphs. I had to sort of scrunch them together to get in to say what I needed to say today, but I'm going to pull him on here as soon as I can. Tommy, were you taking the con, or what happened? First he had a number and then a second number, so he should be here. He's going to share, can you say, share things that millions of stories about people leave. Oh, okay. There are millions of stories about people leaving their bodies. So he wrote this for us, learning to understand what you're working with is not easy, and what is an angel, what's a spirit guide. So hopefully he's going to help share all that. Tommy, can you, I think what it is since I'm on the mainland and he's in Hawaii, it's better if I can use my equipment to plug it on. I sent it out to all my Facebook friends, so if you're out there, I'm going to turn the show over to Tommy Hoxblood, who lives on the Big Island in Hawaii and's been with us since June, since the inception of this show. But if you want to hear other shows, we're going to do them during the week. I'll have Tuesdays and Thursdays, and right now he's doing Wednesday and Sunday because he wanted to specialize on the spiritual side of reality and what all this is. So I'm going to turn this over to him and let him do the show. So let me get him on here. Can you hear me, Tommy? Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. Hello? Can you hear me okay?
Okay. Yeah. Is this your home number or is this your cell number? I'm not mentioning
this is my home
number,
phone.
Oh, okay. Does it work good?
I'm going to find out.
Okay, you still get charged just like I do if you're on, but this is on my MediaCom. So
I only get charged if I'm on Skype.
Oh, okay, so this won't cost you anything, right? You're calling in on your
not at all.
Oh, good. Well, that's good. All right. Well, I'm going to put this on mute and let you get started. These are really good topics. I hope guys can listen in. And maybe he'll talk a little bit what I wanted to hear him talk about Christ consciousness, sharing the light, things like that. I put it down there. Are you looking for a healing? Are you looking for lost members that died? Oh, looking for lost members, but I sort of squunched it together because it wouldn't take it after I put in about the church. But I've got a new permit, and this on the TJMRCT radio, and then we'll just build this. But Tommy and I with Universal Ministries was just basically out of Modesto, and I've got that. That's the way we're going to be sanctioned through that certification process. That's even hard to say, certification process. But anyway, I've got a permit for here, but he's in Hawaii. So we're still going to fly under a banner of online church. So whatever you hear, it's just we show up in the spirit of trying to help people. We give comfort in some way to people, good, bad, or indifferent. So we just ask you to keep an open mind, and if it serves you, grab onto it. And if it doesn't, you just let it go. That's what I do, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So this is going to be Tommy Hawksblood, also known as Thomas Sinisi, and his name is Thomas. And I think he got it by being a doubting Thomas. I'm not sure, but he knows all the stories of that. And Tommy, why don't you give an introduction? I'm here in Gulf Breeze, and you're on the Big Island, but you're on the side. Give them a little history on the weather and the volcano, because to me that's so fascinating because I don't live there. I'm not down here. We just had like a hurricane storm Gordon come through here. But you always help us a little bit with, get warm up with news on the weather and stuff. So go ahead.
Greetings, everyone. Tommy Hawksblood here. I'm on the Big Island. I'm on the Hilo side. Now, when she talks about the weather, we had the worst weather for the past couple months now. Guess what? We got another hurricane headed straight towards us, and it's picking up speed. So I don't know what day it's supposed to hit us yet. But I just feel my own viewpoint. This is not facts, truth, or anything. It's just what I feel, that we are in the middle of weather warfare. Earthquakes, Tesla created the first earthquake machine in 1900, and the government took it. So to say that we can't create earthquakes is ridiculous. But the weather is incredibly crazy now for the past 6 months, I would say, around the world, and it's killing many people, destroying lots of land. And here in Hawaii, we have the volcano. It just stopped about 2 weeks ago, roughly within 2 weeks. It was turning red, and now it stopped again. So it looks like it's over for a while. That could be a week, a month, a year, a lifetime. But while it was going, I could go outside any night, and all I saw is half of the sky was bright red where the lava flames went up into the sky. So, plus it produced clouds all the time, which made rain all the time. I'm a UFO watcher, and I haven't been able to see the sky in 3 months. I actually saw it for about 15 minutes last night for the first time in a long time. And I saw a UFO. I saw a shooting star. It was only in that 15 minutes I saw it. So they're out there, and it's not like it's ever going to change. But the weather here is hot. It stays around 86 all year round. It goes up. We had a heat wave one hot day, which was highest recorded, which was a 90, and that's not normal for Hawaii. And we don't drop below 65. So that's the weather. But we had smog, which was coming from the volcanoes. Now both volcanoes are at a stop. So the fog and the fumes should be cutting down, but they still spray lots of chemtrails here. I don't want to get into that. So with that being said, I want to start off who and what I am. I'm a person. I'm a real person. I talk about experiences that I have. I live multiple things in this lifetime. I became aware of all my past lives from Atlantis to now. One of them, I was a female alive with Jesus. Mary Magdalene was my closest friend. I put my new book out on part of that, based on that. So when I talk, I'm not talking because I want to talk or I just want to make up stories. Now, this is how I'm going to explain something about myself. I am doing this show as a teacher. not a student, not a liar, not a false prophet, not an egotistical fool, not as one trying to learn something. I can talk from actual experiences that I had. I had many witnesses around me during many of them as well. So I had actual proof of the things that I went through in my lifetime. Now, in the Bible, Paul, if you believe in the Bible or not, Paul had a vision. After he had a vision, he started teaching about Jesus. All the other disciples met with Jesus physically. Paul met him in a vision. All right? So does that make him real or not? So now I want to go into the idea of religions. Religions you can get a degree in. You can become a rabbi, minister, preacher, and all those things. And you got to go through a training course, and you get certified or be given the privilege of doing it. And I told TJ, when I was going to become a preacher on a born-again church, they wanted 40% of my salary. Some churches. But I don't think she understood that I meant I was becoming a preacher, not a student going to a church. The preachers of a church have to give that much money back to their church now, and to support their own church or the church that they're in. So in religions, it's anywhere from 10 to 40% of what you make. And I read all the things about it. It's depending on your conditions of your life, how much you have. I mean, if you're living on the street, you can't give them 40% of nothing. So it's just an idea. It's like a donation, which is the right word. So with that being said, for myself personally, I consider myself on a spiritual path, spiritually aware. Do I say I'm spiritual? I'm spiritually aware what means being spiritual means. To say spiritual, which I don't like to use, because that means you are that. And if you are that, you don't need to retain your life and stay in this physical world. And I could go into what Jesus said about that. But right now, I want to go on with, I'll mention those other words later, like Christ consciousness. What that truly means.
Can you see the board, or did you come in so you can run the board?
Yeah, I can see the board.
Okay, there's somebody from Philadelphia.
Well, I can bring them on. All right, let me come on.
Yeah, I don't know if they just want to say hi or just listen.
We'll find out. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Yeah,
Who
hello?
am I speaking to?
Donna from Philadelphia.
Greetings, how are you?
Okay, I just tuned in. Are you taking questions, like doing readings, or?
Well, I'll take questions if it's pertaining to what we're talking about today.
Okay.
If you want readings, TJ will be doing that probably as of next week.
Oh, okay. I'll just listen in.
All right.
Yeah, hey, Donna.
Stay there.
Donna, I'll start October 1st again, Donna, probably start on Mondays and, I don't know, maybe Fridays. I don't know. I haven't figured out which days are going to be great. But thanks for calling in, Donna, and I'll try to get to you around October 1st, so hang in there. But thanks for listening.
All right.
He's got a lot of advice on this, a lot of experience on this, and we're trying to build where we get more people, and I'll be doing a meet and greet in Pensacola, Florida, helping a lot of people with the readings and those that are going to be helping people and all that. And Tommy's worked with people like me for years and years, so we're sort of trying to blend it all together. But thanks for calling. I hope you enjoy the show, okay? And see you in a couple of weeks doing readings.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right.
Okay,
now,
Tommy, back to you, dear.